on the heels of the recent audit report detailing a number of irregularities within the Department of Immigration and Nationality. The churches and other organizations also planned a protest to coincide with today's sitting. We will have more on the protest a little later, but we will start tonight with what transpired within the National Assembly. Speaking on the adjournment, area representative for Cayo South, Julius Aspat, said based on the Auditor General's report, he would speak on corruption in public life. A little ways into his presentation, he got into a back and forth with House Speaker Michael Perifete.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister has even passed laws to fix...
Remember, you realize that the appointment of the 13th Senator has nothing to do with the Public Accounts Committee?
But I'm not talking about the Public Accounts Committee.
But you're talking about two different things.
I'm talking about many different things.
You can talk, but you can only talk about one thing on the
everything falls under corruption, Mr.
No,
Speaker?
man,
of course it does.
No.
Mr. Speaker, what is your definition of corruption?
Listen to me. I'm telling you that you're not speaking on one issue on the adjournment, and you need to do that.
I am speaking on corruption in public life.
That's too broad.
You didn't say that in the beginning?
No, I mean, listen, I thought you were going to get to your point.
You can't think what I am thinking.
Listen to me. I'll give you another minute. If you continue this way, you will have to sit down and discontinue your speech. Get to it, man. Go on the radio and talk 10 hours if you want, on anything you want. But in here has rules.
What's the rules?
I don't have the time to read the whole thing for you.
You have to have the time. The people pay you to listen to us. When you have the Prime Minister insulting this gentleman by name and you are giving them opportunities to do that, and I am talking about good governance. What is your problem, Mr. Speaker?
The problem is they pay me to ensure that you do your job.
They pay you to block me.
And
that's what they pay you for.
You know what? That statement, can I get a minister to name this person, please? You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me.
It's a joke. It's a joke. You are a mercenary for that government.
Can I get a minister to name this person?
It is ridiculous that a member of the House cannot speak about good governance in this country.
Can I get a minister of government to name this person?
Go over there. Thieves. There is nothing that I have done that is illegal or against the orders of this House.
Can I get a minister to name this individual?
Anyone there, thief raise their hand and they know that who.
Relax.
Let me
see
who is the one that will do it. Can I get a minister
to name this person?
Because I am speaking on good governance. Let's see who will do it.
Relax.
Let them raise their hand.
So no minister is prepared to name this person?
Bring it on. Mr. Speaker, the reason that you don't want me to debate is because I'm bringing up issues that the Auditor General has put in a report.
Former Prime Minister Right Honorable Said Musa tried to intervene, as did Opposition Leader John Bersenio and Minister Michael Finnegan. However, the House Speaker would have none of it, and after asking a couple times for a spot to be named, this was done by Minister for Foreign Affairs Wilfred Ellerington.
Mr. Speaker,
I'll hear from you, Leader of the Opposition.
I'm asking you to please reconsider what you have asked. There are many instances, Mr. Speaker.
Relax. Silence over here. Go ahead, Leader.
When both sides have hurled all kind of insults.
Not like that.
And they have called all sort of insults to the honorable member from Cayo South. And I did not see you ask the individuals to pull back those comments. And whilst, Mr. Speaker, as what the Right Honorable, the former Prime Minister has said, both sides have gotten overexcited. And
no, just him. It was only him.
And the honorable member from Cayo South was saying that he was prepared to apologize, Mr. Speaker. Today we have some very important matters to discuss. There are important matters to discuss, Mr. Speaker. We have not had a House meeting since when? since the month of March. I know you want to kick out the honorable member. You want to kick out all of us. That's what you want to do. You want to get rid of the opposition, Mr. Speaker. I'm asking you, sir, to please reconsider. The honorable member from Cayo South is prepared to apologize, sir.
You're really asking me if I want to get rid of the entire...
But that's what you want to do, sir. If you are going to kick out this honorable member, how can we just stay here, Mr. Speaker, and take it lightly? This is something very serious.
How can I stay in this chair and take lightly what he said to me?
That's why he is prepared. He was prepared to apologize to you, sir.
He repeated
it. He's prepared to apologize to you, sir.
Well, Leader of the Opposition,
I'm asking you to please reconsider.
Leader of the Opposition, only a minister can name a member of this House. If you can convince your ministers not to do that, then that's fine with me. But if a minister is prepared...
asked for it, sir.
I asked for it, but I can't do it. If a minister is not... If no minister is prepared to name him, then he won't be named.
But somebody finally, after you asked what, almost about 50 times, finally the Honorable Foreign Minister decided to do it, sir?
Listen, are you prepared, Foreign Minister, to suspend that
Foreign
person?
Minister, let's be civil to one another.
Mr. Speaker, perhaps I can read the relevant provision of the standing order. It says, if a member shows disregard for the authority of the chair or abuses the rules of the House by persistently and willfully obstructing the business of the House or otherwise, the Speaker shall direct the attention of the House thereto, mentioning by name the member concerned. The Speaker shall then call upon a minister to move that Mr. So-and-so be suspended from the service of the House, and the Speaker shall forthwith put the question, no single seconder being required, and no amendment, adjournment, or debate being allowed. It is premised on the issue as to whether or not a member shows disregard for the authority of the chair. If you replay the tape, you can't excuse his conduct. Irrespective of the behavior of the chair, his conduct is unpardonable. I personally have no tolerance for rude behavior nor corrupt behavior, but rude behavior is as bad as corrupt behavior. I have no tolerance. So if you are rude, I call upon the Speaker to suspend you.
Espat would refuse to leave his seat, and so law enforcement authorities were brought in. After there was no headway being made, the authorities then asked the media to vacate the gallery so they could remove Espat.